Western North Carolina is home to hundreds of waterfalls, and thousands of visitors are drawn to them each year.
But visiting them does involve risk. In tonight's Hidden Adventures, Megan Danahay takes us to a problem waterfall in our area and what's being done to make it safer.
Slick rock falls, be careful on the rocks because they're slick. Yeah. That's the message there.
Tucked along miles of trail and scenic roadways, waterfalls are a great way to enjoy nature and engage all the senses.
Waterfalls are wild and they're not inherently safe, so you need to be very concerned about knowing where you're going, watching your footing, watch what you're wearing.
You know, when folks are climbing down the trail, they can hear the waterfall, they can see the vantage point to where they may be able to get a glimpse of the falls, and that's when they kind of get in a hurry. And pay attention to those exposed roots, loose rocks, wet areas.
Most popular waterfalls in Western North Carolina have one thing in common: a trail that leads to a safe vantage point at the bottom.
Unfortunately, here at Big Bradley, the most popular trail and actually the shortest route actually leads visitors to the top of the falls or to a rock overlook where they can view the falls from a distance. And we've seen fatalities occur at both of these sites, so there was kind of a need to address each one individually, at least from a safety perspective.
The area around Big Bradley Falls in Polk County was declared a restricted zone in 2020, prohibiting entry without prior authorization. In 2022, improvements on the main trail were completed that included signs and fencing to keep people off a small path that leads to the top of the waterfall. Rock steps were added to make the descent to the viewing overlook a safer trip, and a rock wall was completed above the rocky outcrop where 7 people have fallen to their deaths since 2000.
There was nothing there historically that kept someone from falling off that rock outcrop.
While there are warning signs and barricades at many waterfalls in Western North Carolina, it comes down to the responsibility of each visitor to safely enjoy them.
Never, for whatever reason, access or get to the top of a waterfall. The views are typically lousy, it's loud up there, it's wet, there's just really no reason that you should be on top. You're going to have a better experience viewing the waterfall from the bottom and playing in the water below the waterfall than you would being up top.
Other waterfall safety tips include telling someone where you will be going for the day.
Stay on designated trails and never, for any reason, get into the water immediately above a waterfall.
Dangerous.
And don't worry, our Hidden Adventures week continues tomorrow at 6 o'clock. We take the rough out of roughing it by going glamping.
See, this is my type of camping. Glamping is a nationwide booming business, and we'll take you to a Haywood County getaway that's got all the luxuries along with a great view.
Nice. Constant rain is leading to a major risk for old trees falling in dangerous places.
Yeah, News 13's Kimberly King is live along the Catawba River in McDowell County. Kim?
Yes, and the emergency management director told us that the Catawba has leveled off today. So when we got here, I'll tell you, I was surprised to see how quickly, what a clip that the river is flowing. If we pan out behind me, you can see there's a little bit of a rapid. The water is well above at this point the normal level, and it's moving, I'd guesstimate, around 5 to 6 miles per hour. And obviously this will continue tonight, but the good news is out here, there is no rain currently falling. So the emergency management director does not expect this to rise any higher overnight unless they get some heavy rain. Meanwhile, on another front, we're talking about the trees. The ground across Western North Carolina is saturated. This large old tree split down its middle, falling on Whitted Knoll Road in Candler. This is exactly the kind of risk there is with this tree. Experts call it old timber. It's old trees. Kate Brantley is a mom of young children. She says they sometimes play near the trees, and it's a wake-up call.
I'm really glad that nobody was hurt. No one was home. It didn't land on the house. The fire department came and, cut it so that it's not obstructing the road. But now we're left with a big tree that we have to figure out what to do with.
Now in McDowell County had some areas that had up to 8 inches of rain, and the road Liberty Church washed out from excessive runoff. This morning in Saluda and near Batcave, trees fell across 2 major roads, Highway 176 near Saluda and Highway 64 near Batcave. We'll come on back live. I just want to get a little bit in here just to show you how quickly the water is flowing, and obviously with more rain possible, this could continue on into Friday, maybe even Saturday, although the forecast I hear is starting to change. Reporting from McDowell County, Kimberly King, News 13.
I've been singing rain, 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 go away, Karen, because there has been little break from the rain and its impact on Polk County. News 13's Taylor Thompson spoke with emergency management officials who are assessing the damage.
A week that began with 10.5 inches of rain here in Polk County has left many roads and bridges in a state like this.
And we was expecting, from the first forecast, 6 to 10 inches of rain throughout the whole deal. Well, Monday night into Tuesday, we had 10.5 inches in one night.
That caused a lot of issues Tuesday, and there was no break on Wednesday.
So we had a lot of flooding yesterday, some smaller mudslides and stuff like that. You had trees down. Today we've had a pretty substantial mudslide today. A lot of trees down today. So we're just kind of in the same boat we were yesterday, but a little bit better, but not quite as bad as yesterday.
They're hoping for a break from the rain, but so far that hasn't happened. And there's rain in the forecast for the rest of the week.
The consistent rain, the winds, bringing down the ground so saturated, it don't take nothing to bring trees down. So it's just kind of ongoing effect.
A tree damaged a home, multiple bridges and roads have collapsed, and they've had a significant mudslide. But Arledge says they're thankful.
No injuries, no anything like that, so we're very fortunate not to have any injuries through all this stuff we've already had. It just depends on how much more rain we do get is what we're going to look at. Watch for trees, flooded roads, definitely don't drive through flooded roads, and just be very cautious.
And Arledge says they have upped their staff and have crews on standby until at least Friday. Holbert's Cove Road will close Thursday morning at 8 a.m. for repairs to begin.